Morning guys, today's a very big video. Probably a lot of people are clicking on this just because of the thumbnail. More will be explained, but I'm out at the moment. I've just got to drop off 2 parcels. They are just there. One is that Playmobil helicopter. Wasn't worth as much as I thought it was, but I did sell it on Vinted for 10 quid, so I've doubled my money. And the other one is the Princess Lego. So I sold that for 25 quid. If you remember, I picked these all up last weekend at Car Boots. So already I'm in profit on the Lego. I picked up 3 boxes of Lego for 10 quid. And that one's obviously got me 25 quid already. Both of them on Vinted. At the moment, Vinted is flying. I'm scheduling on Vinted and eBay. So whenever I upload something to list, I'm uploading on Vinted too. And Vinted is just stealing it, and it doesn't matter me about reducing prices. They're still getting the prices I want what I'm putting on eBay. There definitely is an algorithm when it comes to Vinted. But yeah, I'm going to post these 2, and then I'm going to go back home and tell you what am I on about me getting a supercar. So I'm back home, just dropped off them parcels. We have also got the 2 other boxes of Lego ready to have photos taken. All of them are complete except for one fork is missing on one of these. So basically they are complete. I can get full asking price for them. But yeah, to the video. Right, before I start, this is going to be to all the people who are going to start laughing. Give me a laughing emoji. It's going to say, get in a dream world, stop being stupid. You never can do that by reselling. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go through it all to tell you why I'm doing this, how I'm going to be doing this. Because everybody who watches this is going to say, why would you bother? So all my life I've loved supercars. You know, your Lamborghinis, your Porsches, your Ferraris, anything to do with that. If you like cars, your dream cars are always one of these. We would all want one if we had the money. You can say you don't, but I guarantee most of us would have a very nice car if we could afford it. All through my life, I've loved cars. When I was younger, playing with cars, building model cars. I used to be a boy racer back in the day. Spent thousands of pounds on cars, doing them up, getting them tuned up, you know. Also, I have had one of my dream cars already when I broke up with my ex, which was a BMW 4 litre. Should be on the screen now if I found some pictures. Absolutely loved it. Quick as, but I fell out of love with it quite quick because yeah, it just wasn't the right time to have that. I went into it not thinking about it, and yeah, I had it for about a year, but I had it, ticked it off my bucket list, and now I feel like I'm in the right stage to do something for myself. I'm doing this because I want it for myself. I'm being totally selfish. No one's going to believe I can do this, and that's the reason I'm doing it. I want to prove every single one of you, even my mom, wrong, because when I get told that, I want to prove them wrong. I want to always be right. I want to show a person that, no, I can do it, so shut your face. And basically, yeah, I'm going to be buying a supercar. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I will be eventually buying a supercar through reselling. My plans are to obviously decide what supercar I want. I have got no particular brand in mind. I love Lamborghinis. I love Porsches. I do like Ferraris, but I don't think I will get a Ferrari because I've never been keen on them, and the ones I like are way out of my league. You know, I'm not talking about getting a £500,000 supercar or more. I'm not talking about getting a brand new one. I'm talking about getting an older one or something that is in a certain price bracket. Am I going to pay this out straight away? Maybe, if it's a cheaper one. Or I maybe could do finance and pay it that way. But I will not do finance until I've got a massive lump sum. I mean, so I can pay at least half of the car off and then maybe then like pay the rest in finance. So I'm not going to get myself into major debt because I obviously know To insure these, it's going to cost a fortune. I don't think it will cost as much as I think it will do, because obviously I've had a BMW M3 and that was a 4-litre one, and yeah, that was expensive, but it wasn't too bad. I know tax is going to be like over 500 quid a year, and obviously petrol is going to be a lot, but this is not going to be my day-to-day car. I'm not going to buy this just to run around every day going to the shop. I'm not going to go to the car boots in it, but maybe one day I will go to a car boot. If I do have one, it will be quite funny rolling up in a Ferrari or a Porsche and doing a car boot, and trying to buy a wheelchair and stick it in one of these cars. It would be quite funny. But when I decided to do this video, it was like 50-50, because I knew I'm going to get a lot of backlash. The reason I want to do this is because it's my dream, and people have different dreams. People have a house. I don't need to buy a house. I live with my mum. I'm quite happy living with my mum. I'm an only child, right? I have no one to share it with. Also, it's so convenient. Me getting a mortgage for me and my son, I just don't want to. I want something just, you know, a bit materialistic, just a bit of something that is going to put a smile on my face. There is no time scale to this. I haven't got a time scale, so it's not like I'm going to do it in a year. It's not like I'm going to do it in a couple of years. It could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. It could be for my 50th birthday, I'm going to buy one. I don't know, because it all depends on this business. You know, reselling can be hit and miss. But my business this year is already better than last year. So there's no reason why it can't be better the year after and the year after. And we just don't know what's going to happen. Plus, having this goal will make me want to obviously get more listings done, get more things on, you know, knuckle down like a proper job. Because I don't treat this as a proper job. I treat it as a part-time job. You know, I do feel like people who do this full-time are a bit too obsessed with it and feel like they need to work every hour of the day. Remember, you're self-employed. The whole point of being self-employed is having them benefits where you can do what you want to do. You can work when you want to do. Yes, working loads of hours to get more money is brilliant, but with reselling, working loads of hours doesn't guarantee you lots of money. You know, you can list loads of stuff on, you can go and pick loads of stuff, you can do whatever in reselling all day, but it doesn't mean them hours are gonna give you back loads of money. I could work 2 hours and make as much money as somebody who's worked all day. It's all what you've got and what you're selling and how you do it. So I've been looking. There is 3 cars I'm particularly interested in. One is a Porsche 911. There is so many different ones, but I want a decent one. I want the one that looks like it's a bit more sporty. I don't want the cheap ones. I could go and get a Porsche 911 now, a cheap one. You know, people think who have got Porsche Boxers got supercars. No, they haven't. They are rubbish and they are slow. I want one with a big whale tail on. I want ones that look beautiful. I don't know what year, but as you can see on the screen, this is the sort of car I want. Yeah, about 60, 70 grand it looks like it's going to be. There is ones for about 130 which are even better, but I'm quite happy if I get something like that. The other one, which is quite, I would say, easier to get, is an Audi R8. Underrated, depreciate a lot, and that's why they're quite cheap. I can get an Audi A8, as you can see on the screen, for around about 50 grand. So this car is a 200-mile-an-hour car. I have been in one of these. I've sat in one at a car show years ago, and they are beautiful. Audis are really nice cars, but the depreciation on these are very, very bad. You can get, like I say, a supercar that can go 200 miles an hour for 50k is brilliant. For me, I'm not bothered about the whole how much it's worth and all that lot. If I want a supercar, I can get one for 50k. But the only trouble is people don't rate these as supercars because it's an Audi. You know, it's not in the category of a Porsche, Ferrari, or Lamborghini, and so on, so on. And that's why the last one is probably my dream car. Since I watched Cannonball Run back in the day, and there was one in there, and I just fell in love. The most impractical, silliest cars ever made, but they are absolutely beautiful, and that is a Lamborghini. I have always wanted a Lamborghini with a Porsche, but Lamborghini screams supercar. And yeah, for me to get one of these, you're looking easily over 100k. I probably could get a cheaper one. If I'm going to get one, I'm probably going to get one from actually a car dealer. I want to make sure I get everything legit, you know, make sure it gets a full service history, low mileage. You know, I'm not going to be using it much. I'm only going to be using it for days out and stuff like that. And I want a car not only for myself, but maybe a car that doesn't depreciate as much. I haven't looked into it. There is a person on TikTok who sells supercars, and he tells you which cars, if you're going to get a supercar, to buy, because some actually do raise in value over the years and some depreciate. So I will look into it more, but they are my cars that I'm thinking about. Like I said, I don't want a Ferrari. I think to me, to have a Ferrari would be around about the same price, but it would be something that I'm not really like happy with. I want the Ferraris I like are really, really expensive, so I'm never going to get one of them. But this is what I'm going to be planning doing. So I'm going to look for a very high interest savings account. Don't know where. I haven't got a clue. Maybe I'll look on that Martin Lewis bloke and see if there's a place where there's a high interest savings account somewhere. And every month I'm going to be putting money in. I don't know. Obviously, it depends on these banks. You have to put in a certain amount. I'm not expecting loads of interest, maybe 5% max, but every little counts. And I'm going to be putting money in every month, you know, for this car. Also, my YouTube money will be going straight into there as well. So every month, whatever I get paid off YouTube, I am putting that straight into that fund. So no matter what, there will always be money being put in, you know, from my reselling and my YouTube. With YouTube, I could get bigger and bigger and get more money, you know, and the same with reselling. I could sell a lot more, but all that money will be going in once a month. And then obviously, however long it takes, then I will decide whether I want to buy a car outright, pay half on a car, then rest on finance, or maybe pay a car on finance after so much money. Like maybe I've got £10,000 and then I can pay finance. I don't know. It could take years, and I'm not saying it's going to be something that I'm going to get next week or next month or maybe next year. It's just something for me to push on. And in the end of the day, I might in a year's time just go, I can't be bothered now. I don't want a car, and I might have a load of money saved up where I could draw out and do something with it, or maybe get a house to rent, or whatever. I don't know, but it's something where I haven't got a savings account to money for a rainy day. You know, being self-employed, we all forget we're not getting a pension. Yeah, we are not getting a pension, so you've got to set up your own pension. So this is sort of like working out, planning to get one of them. You know, I might just not bother with it at all and just keep it going and going and going and keep it for when I retire. We don't know, but at the moment, it's for one of these supercars. And yeah, I might do an update if you want to see it, an update on how much money I've saved so far, you know, like in the kitty. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video because I know people are going to say you're in dream world and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I can change my mind anytime. It's also putting money away. And it's a good thing that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of, obviously, for a supercar, which is pretty materialistic, but it might not be. I might change my mind. It could be for retirement. It could be for anything, holiday. It could be for absolutely anything. And I don't know. You know, it could be for house improvements. It could be anything. So, yeah, that is my goal. I've got something now. So, better start listing this Lego, because you know what? That bit of Lego could buy a bolt on a Lamborghini. probably that wouldn't even buy a bolt on a Lamborghini. But I hope you enjoyed it. Have you got any goals that you're striving through? What do you think? Do you think I am dreaming, or do you think it's something quite interesting to set a goal on like this? And what goals have you got? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, like, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with, I think I'm going to do the charity shop one and show you what I do, and show you where I get my bubble wrap, because some people have been asking, where do I get my bubble wrap?